Join me as I dive into the world of 80s cartoons and try to find out which ones are still thriving in 2024. In this video, you will explore the enduring legacy of 80s cartoons that continue to capture the hearts of fans in 2024. A lot of 80s cartoons produced in America were made with one purpose in mind, and that was to sell toys. Anyone who grew up at the time remembers their beloved Hasbro collections that they would unceremoniously clash together when recreating the latest battle they saw on the TV the night before. These anime of the classical, genre-defying and defining 80s could use a modern-day reboot to bring them back into the public consciousness. Of course, a number of properties were just too interesting to restrict themselves to the confines of a single decade. Some would go on to become incredible cult hits, while others would spawn some of the biggest franchises known today. What follows is a list of some of the best 80s cartoons that are still around and kicking. He-Man. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe debuted in 1983. Master of the Universe follows Prince Adam, also known as the most powerful man alive, He-Man, as he works to defend Eternia from the forces of Skeletor. During the 80s and 90s, this was a full-time job, with there being a number of other shows in the franchise following He-Man's escapades. The Masters of the Universe franchise is full of strong characters in addition to He-Man, and these are some of the most powerful. During the early 2000s, the Eternian hero took a bit of a hiatus until his latest stint on Netflix, Revolution and Revelation, created by the one and only Kevin Smith. While its quality is hotly debated, it's clear that He-Man's general appeal has withstood the test of time. Transformers. The Transformers debuted in 1984. Transformers came to be in 1984 as an incredibly successful toy line, and around the same time a cartoon series was established to accompany it. The Autobots have been rolling in the dough ever since. The Transformers series has had plenty of TV series over the years. How do they stack up against each other? Through multiple animated series and an incredibly successful string of live-action movies initially helmed by the illustrious Michael Bay, fans of Transformers have been eating good for years. Next on the docket is Transformers 1, a CG film featuring the voices of some of the hottest names in Hollywood lately, like Brian Tyree Henry and Chris Hemsworth. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles debuted in 1987. The train that TMNT set in motion back in '84 has never truly stopped barreling down the tracks. There has been a steady stream of comics, live-action movies, and video games over the years, making it safe to say that the franchise has taken on a life of its own. TMNT Mutant Mayhem is full of fun, silly lines that will stick with fans for a while after watching it. Here are just a few of the best quotes. Most recently, the 2023 animated movie Mutant Mayhem debuted to critical acclaim, and a related animated series is on its way. It just goes to show that even the weirdest concepts have the potential to garner the largest audiences. DuckTales. DuckTales debuted in 1987. DuckTales was the premiere show featuring Disney's now beloved ducks, Huey, Dewey, Louie, and Uncle Scrooge. After 3 successful years on Disney Channel, DuckTales was taken off the air, but its legacy would live on. In fact, the show got a successful series reboot as a 3-season, self-contained stint from 2017 to 2021. The show was nominated for a number of awards, including some daytime Emmys, proving that the show's potential was not just the product of 30 years of nostalgia. Garfield and Friends debuted in 1988. Beginning as a newspaper comic strip, Garfield has captured the hearts of audiences all over with his lazy persona. However, as the character has been developed further, more and more lovable wrinkles have been added to the lasagna-loving feline. In 1980, Garfield was first brought to the small screen in compilation television shows, as well as a few specials. Since then, he has been brought to life in just about every medium, from children's books to stage plays. Most recently, his latest animated movie has seen huge success financially, becoming the #1 movie in the franchise. Rescue Rangers debuted in 1989. While Chip and Dale had been around for a time in various Disney shorts, they were always playing second fiddle to the rest of Disney's illustrious cast of characters. However, when it came time for the two to show their stuff in their own Disney show Rescue Rangers, they did an admirable job for the series' 3-season run. In 2022, a new Rescue Rangers movie was released, as a kind of meta-joke on the pair's entire existence. It has settled at 80% on Rotten Tomatoes, and saw some solid viewership numbers, meaning a potential sequel to this hilarious take on these adorable rodents is not out of the realm of possibility. The impact of 80s cartoons on both nostalgia and modern culture cannot be overstated. These shows have become an integral part of our shared cultural heritage, evoking a sense of nostalgia and timelessness that transcends generations. They continue to inspire new works of fiction, influence popular culture, and bring people together in a shared experience. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the world of 80s cartoons that refuse to die. If you've got a favorite 80s cartoon that didn't get mentioned, be sure to share it with me in the comments below. And if you're looking for more nostalgic content, be sure to check out my other videos.